Hey everybody, welcome back to my anime react channel, Gizanime. Today we're going to be reading The Return of the Disaster Class Heroes, chapter 6 and 7. The previous chapters we left off with learning about the different hierarchies of the S ranks. You know, we've got the B, which is like the bottom rung, A, S, double S, and triple S, which are the 12 Saints. And basically how they're like a pyramid of, you know, we've got the Saints at the top, the 12 Saints, and then further down the rung we've got like other individuals that the Saints have given artifacts to, depending, I guess, upon their power, because I'm pretty sure like the lowest ranks don't have these artifacts, but maybe, because I think the ones Geon beat up were A ranks, right? So I guess it's possible that even all the A ranks have like some artifacts or something, which is kind of weird that now that I think about it, because that just shows that there's like a lot of artifacts just out there in the world that can do all kinds of crazy powerful things probably. So I'm not sure if the lowest rank, the B ranks, have any, but I wouldn't be surprised, I think, to see that they did. We also see that Geon goes to Jimin's house and finds that there are like a bunch of these calamities there that are being attracted by the artifacts that the Saints have given them. Now, these artifacts are actually cursed, according to Geon, and are actually helping the Saints more or less spy on these people to either, you know, get information on them, I guess, about, you know, what they're up to, if they've learned any information about maybe, I guess, high powered artifacts, you know, the locations of them, if they're plotting something against the Saints, or if they're deciding maybe to switch up households, because apparently, you know, there's different sects within the Saints. Each one of them has, like, I guess, their own little section of the world that they're watching over, more or less, which makes me kind of wonder if there's like a power dynamic within the 12 Saints themselves. We know that Geon obviously is the strongest out of all of them, but he's not really, I guess, considered a saint. But I'm wondering if there's like a power level within the Saints themselves, like if Hugo is maybe stronger than all the others. Because I feel like with Hugo being Geon's friend, that they might have tried to kill him too. So again, I think I mentioned this before, but I guess that they don't try to kill him because of his like powers of perception, his prophecies, that if they did try to kill him, he would see it coming before it even happened. So he'd be able to prepare for it, kind of like Batman, you know, with his prep time, more or less, and plan out, you know, more or less a plan of attack against them. But what about the others? Like Yonghui, is he like one of the lower ones, higher ones, you know? That would be interesting to kind of figure out. I'm almost positive that there is, but I'd like to know like who's on the top and bottom of the 12 at least. We also learned that through Geon beating up these two people, that Yonghui is decided to come check things out. So he's on his way to Korea. I'm pretty sure it's at this point in time that he's going to see Geon, and Geon's either going to kill him right out or use him as bait to maybe draw in the others. And at the very end of chapter 5, we see a new S rank, who I still don't think is going to be a problem at all for Geon, that I guess Yonghui's association or something to that effect is sending out to find out what's going on and to stop whoever, you know, beat up these A ranks. Which, good luck with that, bro. And I guess the only other thing to note is Geon's strength. Him being able to power stomp on the ground and disperse this barrier that these household gods set up, and to basically make them flee as well. Now, these household gods are basically considered like the shadows of an actual god. So, I guess they derive some of their power from them, but they're nothing like the actual god itself. So, they're powerful, but they're nowhere near as powerful. Now, I'm wondering if at some point in time later on in the series, Geon is going to have to start fighting against like these gods, like solo leveling with Jinwoo fighting against the other monarchs. if anything to that effect is going to happen. Because we see in solo leveling, he starts out fighting against the other hunters, and then it progresses to the monarchs. So in this series, it'll probably be, him fighting against the saints, Geon fighting against the saints, and progressing to maybe the gods. Because we know that Geon got his power from something other than one of the gods. So there's some force outside of the gods that has probably some beef with these gods. So this entity or this force is setting up a fight, an eventual fight, I think, with Geon against the gods somehow. But that's just, a theory. But with that said, let's get on to chapters 6 and 7. See what happens. And I'll see you there. Alright, everybody, here we go, chapter 6, and off bat, I want to say that I've been told you don't need to cover the chapters up, because I will get copyright strikes. I've been covering them because I got copyright strikes on solo leveling, so I'm going to test this. If I get a copyright strike, though, it's going to stop, because it's kind of ridiculous that the links people have to go through on YouTube to avoid getting copyright strikes. But with that said, let's get on to this chapter, see what happens. So, you met at the Demon's Tower today. This guy's probably pretty irate at Geon for destroying his stuff. Even though, if what Geon is saying is true, he has really just cause, I would think. But, I get where the guy's coming from. And he dealt with all the disaster misfortunes alone, barehanded at that. Yeah. And he made A-class Templars faint too. He made 2 of them faint. Yeah, that's right. Does that make sense? And he even destroyed all the relics that were in the house too? Of course he wouldn't believe him off rip. Like, I think his name is Sungjaw. He has a bit of a valid point. These are all fakes.
Say what?
What? What sect are you a part of? What sect? Do I need one? What about the holy god you serve? Not the 12 idiots but myself. So he doesn't serve any of the other 12, obviously. Then you're awakening class. Production worker. What? What's your name? Lee Gun.
And here we go.
Lee Geon. Hyung, that name is... Sanjao, calm down. Okay, we have Geon here looking a little confused. Ever so little. You came into another person's house without permission, destroyed the relics, and to add to that, your name is what? Okay, so our boy, I guess he isn't some general pushover, but you dared to impersonate Lee Gun-im.
The cheek, the nerve, the gall, the audacity, and the gumption.
Okay. So I'm not really familiar with like Korean names, but we have Lee Gun-im. Is Nim like a title? And why is it Gun here? Lee Gun. But I'm pretty sure it's Geon, because like everything I've looked up is Geon. So it's just like an abbreviation of Geon. I'd appreciate if anybody could clear that up for me. But what's more, this thing looks incredible. I like this design. Whatever this is, it looks like kind of like a tank or a Titan. So apparently this guy kind of idolizes Geon in a way.
Just a little bit.
Hey Shion, Songjia, we're at our house. Are you crazy? Warning, Gemini Templar's magic power is bursting out. And like, check out our boy. He's unfazed. Like, Oh, look at them pretty lights. Oh, that's cool. You seem like you're going to burn the whole house down. Activate skill, fixating Eye of God. Geon Sungja, Gemini Templar, Awakener Class A, Awakener Title 1 who punishes. So he's still only at an A rank though. Possess skills, which is stake, S rank I guess. Silly Ice Caps, A rank. Traits, Genius, Foresight, Stubborn Obsession, and Idle Admiration. Those are some terrible traits. Genius, Study Effect 200%. So if he's a genius, maybe he can already figure out who this really is. He's already using high-class summons at a young age. His genius trait mustn't be for decoration. Right, and we have this thing screaming out. I guess it's activating. Hyung, hurry and run away. Sungja is an A-class Gemini affiliate Templar. I mean, dude just saw him body 2 A ranks earlier with like little to no effect, or like he wasn't even trying, right? Plus, he's an intense League Gun fanatic. Can't you hear, Jimin? Hurry and leave if you don't want to get screwed. You'll pee your pants if you play too much with fire.
Fook me, that was fast.
Wow, Geon just like ran, like blitzed right behind him. And I guess he's about to give him the good old flick too. When did he... Oh, flick. And flying. This idiot is going to burn down not only his house, but the whole building at this rate. And I guess he's out. He is done. Hyung, Sungja isn't dead, is he? Yeah, he's fine. All good. Look at this like sadistic look on Geon's face. Like, is he dead? Or isn't he dead? Fine.
Holy shit!
That is some massive swelling, people. That is intense. And our boy is foaming extremely bad at the mouth, too. So, I don't think he'll be waking up anytime soon. I may need to bed first. He'll wake up when the time comes. Sungja, are you alive? What?
What the hell?
Your boy was not lying. This guy is definitely a fanatic. Look at this crazy... This... Geon's like, what the world? These busts, these like little figures, these little pop things or chibi figures. Like, what in the world? What are these things? I told you, Sungja is a League Gun fanatic. Oh, he's already awake. That's a little impressive. Don't carelessly put your hands on them. There's a League Gun collection that's more precious than my life. This is making me feel like shit. So let's just take off the heads.
Off with his head!
What the world? Just instantly goes in there and starts decapitating the figures. League Gun's figurine! No! Stop it, you crazy idiots! And like Geon's just again with his face, just this careless gaze on it. I told you, I'm not a crazy bitch. But Leon. Something to that effect. This guy is crying profusely. His snot running down into his mouth. This is probably like a tragic nightmare for this guy, to be honest. Like, no. Tolly's coffee. The following news: yesterday afternoon, 2 Gemini Templars were attacked by a suspicious unknown man. Yeah, they were attacked. According to witnesses' testimonies, the perpetrator extorted the victim's belongings and clothes. This is definitely Gun's doing.
It's him! Ah!
I like how Hugo just automatically knows who this is. Like, he can just put 2 and 2 together and know this is something he would do. This is something Geon would definitely do. This bastard, just what is he going around and doing? This is the kind of news I hear as soon as I get to Korea. What would you like to order? Stop trying stupid things and screw off. What? Yonghui. Aw, damn. You noticed straight away, that's no fun. Can Yonghui, like, transform? Or is he taking... Oh, it's been a while, Hugo. So he can transform. Or is he taking over this girl's body? It's probably some kind of mind control. I don't think he can transform. That would be pretty cool, though. I couldn't reach you, you know. It seems like you've gotten a taste of Lee Gun, seeing as how you've come to Korea, too. It'll be better for you to tell me what you know about him. This is why I hate you. You perverted bastard who possesses other people's bodies. Did he knock Yonghui out of this girl somehow? That's pretty cool. And this like gives me a small, at least, indication that Hugo is possibly stronger than Yonghui if Hugo can force him out of this girl's body. Huh? What was I doing? Shit, Yonghui, playing pathetic jokes like that. Yeah, Hugo's definitely mad. I need to find Gung first before the others do. Yeah, it won't matter. Matter of fact, I don't think you should actually go find him because the conversation might not go the way you think it's going to go. Just where are you, Gun? Alright, I have no idea how to pronounce that. So we're going to go with Bukion, a huge mart. But this here, no, I'm not even going to try. Sungjia, see, like Sungjia, I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Maybe that Hayoung really is Lee Geon. Are you joking? He looks different. See, that's the only thing everybody's fixated on is his looks. And Lee Geon is a hero who saved humanity. Do you think he's the same as that thug? You'd be surprised. But I'm sure I saw him come out of the Demon's Tower, and his strength isn't ordinary. If he really is...
No.
I'm sure of it, since it's what Father told me. What if this is Hugo's son? Oh, that's right. Your father is a Sagittarius. Oh my god! It is Hugo's son. That's crazy. Because it's been 20 years. So, obviously, if like he had a kid roughly within that year, he'd be 20. So this kid is fanboying over Geon and has never even seen him. He just knows what his dad told him. That's crazy. And honestly a bit unhealthy, because that's one hell of an obsession to have over somebody that you've never met. Like,
Get some help.
wow. The things that his dad must have told this kid. Let's go and pay for these quickly. Kaya! It's a thief! Huh? Something's going on here. What's going on? Okay, so I guess one of these people that have been given power or using some kind of stolen artifact is stealing stuff. Okay, that speed. Is he one of Scorpio's Templars? He is stealing using his power. Okay, so one of the other lackeys of one of the other saints is using their powers to take stuff. Pretty sure that's not what it's for, but okay. All the belongings and wallets in the mart. So this guy is bouncing off the walls. This kind of reminds me of Deku. Or I can't remember his name. The guy who Deku was tutoring under for a little while. That's kind of short. He does something similar to this as well. Will be stolen if we leave him be. Stupid pricks! You won't be able to stop my speed, even if you're a Templar. I got most of the things, so I should go somewhere else and.
Gotcha, bitch!
And Geon just like thrust his whole fist right through this guy's body, pretty much. Like, taking a gander at his face, he definitely looks like he's about to pass out already just from this initial blow. Yeah, that looks so painful. This is the face of regret, people. This guy's like entire life just flashed before his eyes in an instant, and he's regretting every choice he's ever made up until this point. There's no way. Hey Young, why did you come here? I came because I forgot to tell you to buy chicken. Is that really why? You're quite good. It would have been hard to catch one of Scorpio's Templars because they're very agile. Oh, this is the S rank. It seems like you're an ordinary believer judging by your energy, so please report to the police first next time. Okay, he doesn't know that Geon's the one he's looking for, obviously. He's just, I guess, checking things out. Who's this?
Bitch!
Something else is happening. Is the ceiling collapsing? Or is there something else going on? What? Is it an earthquake? That's good. I shall leave when I have the chance. Yeah, good luck with that. He just sprints out. I'm gonna stop him again. I thought I would get caught because of some weird guy, but I found the chance to run away thanks to the earthquake. I'm almost banking the S rank's gonna stop him this time. Okay, the ground shatters beneath this guy, and oh, just a huge monster appears out of nowhere. So not an earthquake. Disaster, misfortune. Why is it disaster and misfortune in a green zone? Shit. I should run away before I get involved. Alright, so he jumps up in the air trying to avoid this thing. Even if it's a pretty strong disaster and misfortune, it won't be able to catch up to my speed. You thought wrong. Wow. And he's gone. Alright, that's the spider girl, I think, that they tried to kill. Last chapter they mentioned. Yeah. Looks really imposing. She's probably not too happy that people tried to come into her little domain and kill her. Warning, warning, this is a real situation. You don't say. Disaster, misfortune, occurrence within the mart at the current time. Civilians inside the mart, please evacuate outside the mart as soon as possible. Yeah, if you can. In accordance with the appearance of the Spider Queen, the danger class of this mart. Wow, there is a lot of monsters. Okay, and they are starting to crawl all over the people too. Oh man, these things are all over this guy's face. It's classified as red zone. So you went from a green zone, which I guess is peaceful, to a red zone, which is get the hell out of Dodge zone. We will repeat this once again in accordance with the appearance of the Spider Queen. Yeah, I don't think anybody's listening at this. Okay, this kid's about to get slaughtered. The danger class of this mark is classified as red zone. She is coming down to chomp him into little bits. And a power punch to the dome by Geon. Like, I knew that, obviously, that Geon, probably the S rank too, and Sungjia, like, they're not just gonna stand around and do nothing. Like, with Geon alone, this place is pretty well protected, but with the other two thrown in the mix, like, these things aren't going anywhere. Like, I'm almost sure Geon with just this one hit probably killed the spider thing. Hey kid, you need to be careful of where you're going. I don't know if Geon was paying attention, but the problem was the kid wasn't going anywhere. He was kind of pissing himself, standing there in fear, and was about to be a snack.
Yeah, you got that right.
Are you alright? This kid is just hauling ass now. That's actually sad. Like, the monsters were all about to eat him, and he was just standing there frozen in fear. But when Geon comes in to help him, now's the time he runs away. What the hell? Well, it's good that he seems fine. Anyways, what kind of mart has more disaster misfortunes than people? Well then. Should I work out a bit for the first time in a while? I think that's what's going on. What do you mean worked out in a while? Like, I don't even think it's been 2 days since he got out of the tower. Alright everybody, and that's the chapter. So going over the chapter, we start with, you know, Hugo Otters. Well, actually, no, we start with our boy Geon in Sungja's house. Sungjia is pretty much pissed off about, you know, the destruction of all this stuff. And Sungjia asks Geon who he is, and Geon, you know, tells him, hey, you know, I'm this person that everybody thinks is dead. And we come to find out that Sungjia is actually a extreme, overly obsessive fanboy of Geon to, again, an unhealthy degree, and he has more figurines than I do of this one person. So that's a little weird, to say the least. And he starts to activate like all these abilities of his, the strength of his. He's about to attack Geon, and Geon just blitzes behind him, gives him the good old flick, and sends him flying across the room and knocks him out. Now, a testament to his strength, though, is the fact that he comes to pretty quickly. But, yeah, that's irrelevant. He's still nowhere near on par with Geon. And we also learn that Sungjia is Hugo Otter's son, which is actually kind of funny. Because that just goes to show you that even though this boy has never met Geon in his life until this point, obviously, that everything he knows about Geon, his dad told him. So either, well, his dad told him and he might have, read up on it eventually. I feel like, since he's so overly obsessed with Geon, that Hugo Otters probably embellished a lot of what Geon did. Even though I guess that wouldn't really be a stretch because, again, Geon was this, overly strong, OP to an absurd degree. Saying that he embellished, what Geon could do, I guess, maybe. At the same time, we know because of his anger at Geon, saying that he is Geon, that Sung-ja has this also really deep respect for him, and he doesn't want I guess Geon's name to be tarnished, and I guess that's to a point that Sung-ja actually loves Geon, not as a physical kind of love, but a respect or reverence type of thing. That this guy who did all these amazing things was my dad's best friend who died protecting all of us, and you're going to just casually say this is who you are after we know he went in this tower. So, and you don't look anything like what he looked like, which I get, but at the same time I don't get, because come on people, there is this thing called plastic surgery and whatnot, so changing one's appearance shouldn't be that out of the norm, even given normal medicine and things of that nature. So to say that this couldn't happen over all these years in this tower, I mean, I think I would give him the benefit of the doubt at first. Maybe have him explain, some of the things that went on. Talk to him about his dad, since obviously he knows that his dad was Geon's best friend. Things of that nature. So then we jump to this diner that Hugo Otters is in, and we see that Young-wee comes up to him, and this girl's body that he's taken over, and we see how repulsed Hugo is at this, that this guy would just take over this girl's body, because he says he's a pervert, and I mean, looking at the guy, you already get that kind of indication. But if you really think about what could go on, if he's taking over this person's body against their will, the things he can make somebody do, he could take over models' bodies, supermodels, and have them come over to his house and just make them do whatever. And then she obviously forgot how she got there, because when Hugo somehow forces Young-wee out of the body, she instantly forgets, what she's doing there, how she got there. So this guy can make these girls do whatever, make anyone, for that matter, do whatever, and they would instantly forget once the possession is over what was going on, what happened, etc. So, yeah, this guy has probably done some pretty messed up things Hugo Otters is aware of, but Hugo really couldn't do much, if anything, about. So, again, we also see that Hugo manages to force Young-wee out of this girl, which to me just shows that that Hugo is stronger than him. Then we get this moment in this mart where Jimin is talking to his friend and says, this could be Geon, what if? And he says no. And we get this guy come in who's really fast and part of the Scorpions Guild, Scorpios, sect, and starts stealing things from everybody. And Geon pops in, knocks him out, and we feel this massive earthquake and all these calamities just come out of the woodwork, including the Spider Queen girl, and all havoc breaks loose. We also do note that the S-rank guy is there, but I'm not sure what's going to go on with that. If he watches Geon fight off all these calamities, and he might, figure out this might be the guy I'm looking for after all. But we'll see in the next chapter if that comes to be or not. And with that said, because I've rambled quite a bit, let's get on to chapter 7, and I will see you there. Alright, everybody. Chapter 7. Let's see what happens with this one. So this is probably Hugo Otter's car. Got this car driving. Okay, no, it's Yongwee's car. What? Say that again? A disaster misfortune appeared in a supermarket in Wukayan City. I don't care about that. What disaster misfortune did you say it was? Well, it said that it's the Spider Queen.
Damn it!
We failed our last raid. I managed to just barely seal her. Did she escape it? Obviously. Obviously, that's what happened. Damn it, I can't handle a red class disaster misfortune by myself. Well, fortunately for you, you won't have to. You'll have bigger problems to contend with. After the appearance of disaster misfortunes, humanity divided them into 6 classes by danger level. Blue, pure domain of the god. Green, safe. Yellow, alert. Orange, evacuation and danger. Red, place dominated by disaster misfortunes. Black, impossible for human survival. Man. Red, place dominated by disaster misfortunes is not considered on par with impossible for human survival. To me, those are literally the same thing. But okay. So we go from being in God's domain to being in, well, I guess you could say hell just by looking at this creature, but yeah. If the Spider Queen appeared, that supermarket should be dust. A red zone. Mr. Yongwee, what should we do about the supermarket? This guy's like, nothing. Let's go back home. I forgot something at my house back there, so we should turn around, get back on the jet, and I'll go pick it up, and we'll come back on another day, and yeah, we'll do that. Tell them to bury it all.
What did you say?
Excuse me, sir? No one can find out about this. It'll be a pain in the butt if people find out that more damage was caused from hiding our raid failure. So, again, this guy just cares about face. He would rather them level the place and get rid of the Spider Queen as quick as possible than for people to know that they failed in their original mission. So, as far as he is concerned, everybody in this building, monster or human, are all collateral damage so that he doesn't look like a pussy.
Smell like bitch in here. All y'all smell like bitch to me.
No wonder Geon wants to kill this guy. And the others, because they probably all share the same mindset to some degree. I just feel like this guy, in a sense, might be the worst. Because this is, other than him and Hugo Otters, in a brief moment with that girl who basically agreed with him in chapter 0 or 1 when they were talking. We haven't seen any of the others. So I feel like he's kind of like the gutter trash of them. And the others, although they share the same mindset, are just on a more intellectually smarter level than this guy. And also, I feel like this guy is probably the weakest one. Because that's typically how these things work out. We're introduced to the weakest character, and then we progress to the strongest. So this dude's the bottom of the rung. Which again is probably why Hugo Otters could even, like, force him out of that girl's body. Tell them that everyone inside died. And send in Templars and bury the entire building. Need to bury you. Okay, all these monsters. You. Okay, we got our S rank.
Fucking bugs!
Ice prison. Don't look down on an S class. This guy's already sweating. Alright, whatever this thing is he froze just broke free. How do they break my ice magic so easily? Move aside, Frosty. Yo, this guy picked up some beers along the way. He's like, man, I can't fight like this on an empty stomach, dude. Like, I need something. Some energy drinks, maybe. When did he? Fucking shitheads. Are you so starved for food that you want to eat humans? You gonna start chunking those right through them? Eat this instead. Yep. Like, just right through their bodies. That's crazy. And he slices down the center of this gigantic worm thing. Who do you think you're opening your mouth at? Scrub mobs should know their place. Once again, these guys looking on in shock and awe as if this is something new. Okay, no. Well, this one, but Sungja is new, so I should calm down with that a little bit because he's never really seen Geon work. And maybe this will push him towards the side of, hey, this might be Geon after all. You have eliminated disaster misfortunes. You have eliminated disaster misfortune. Your God strong experience has increased. You have obtained crafting materials. Materials? What's that? By using the crafting materials you have obtained, you can craft skills and relics. The production skill changed too. I'll have to try it out later. Anyways, moving doesn't feel that bad considering my physical abilities are at 50% because of the penalty. I might even be able to use more power than before I left. Okay, I forgot about the penalty thing. I'll have to go back and look at that.
A few moments later.
Alright, so the penalty was that he was only at 50% power for like 1,000 something hours. So only a few days going by, obviously, he's got quite a few days left or hours left. So I'm wondering if like something huge is going to happen when this thing expires. Like some kind of immense power boost, but like during the middle of a fight that he's going to end up being in, which would kind of be a little like an ass pull basically. But I feel like that's probably something that it's going to lead up to eventually. No way. He easily took care of a disaster misfortunes that my S-class abilities couldn't stop. And this is the guy you were sent after. Oh shit.
What am I gonna do?
I took his dagger from your house. When did you grab this? Where did this guy come from? Huh? Hey, layman. A non-ordained member of a church. Okay. I knew something was off, so you're the one that attacked our Templars. Maybe? They kind of had it coming, though. Shut it! Wow. Just knocks him out, too. Damn it, how did he find out? You know too much. Okay, so he didn't knock him out. How could I not know, you idiot? Those clothes and that badge, you took them from our Templar after you beat them up. Oh, okay, so the shirt he's wearing. Oh, I didn't even notice that was old dude's shirt. That's funny. That badge is an S-class relic only given to Gemini Templars. I bet the reason why you're unbelievably strong is because you're holding that relic. Huh? Why is something like this on me? Disgusting. He just breaks it in half. You crazy ass! Relic my ass. It's a decoration at best. You guys have been tricked by the witch. This is blasphemy. I can't believe both the pub guy and the witch are still delinquents even after 20 years. So he's obviously talking about the girl that Yonghui was with. Okay, so the Spider Queen is still up and at it, which is kind of cool. To see that he didn't at least one-shot her. So she's getting back up, starts thrashing more people that are still in the building. We are still in the building, aren't we? It sure looks like it. Why are people still in this damn building? This place should be a ghost town by now.
The Spider Queen!
Okay, Geon threw something at her. Or did he just jump up at her? Because he's like staring and then he turns and his arm's down. I thought he threw something. But then it just looks like he's the one flying. So, hey, Spider! And coming back down again for another direct hit.
Fucking scram.
And fucking hits her again in the dome, or the spider part of her head, and not like this part of her head, which is probably where he should actually be aiming for. Alright. What the fuck?
What? What the fuck?
What the fuck?
He charged at the Spider Queen without a relic. Yeah, he doesn't need that shit. All Gemini Templars in the supermarket, listen up. This voice is Bishop Choi telepathy. Yes, Bishop, this is Sung Hong. Is that you guys, Sung Ja? Sung Hun? Exit the building immediately. Gemini Bishop. Choi Sung Yuk. We're going to go with that. The guys from Ares are about to completely demolish that entire building. Yonghui is coming here personally. We can't stop him. And the Spider Queen in the supermarket is a monster that even Yonghui couldn't exterminate. That's why they're really desperate to bury this place. It'll be problematic if their mistake gets exposed. Sung Hun, you have a teleport skill that you rented, right? Grab only Sung Ja and get out of there. Only the two of us? I like that he's questioning this, because this guy kind of gives off like, I'm righteous, do-gooder vibe.
Are you sure?
I wouldn't do anything that's not good, and leaving all these people to die seems a bit shady, to say the least. Yeah, he's watching all these hurt people that he knows they're just going to leave there to get buried alongside the monsters. Now, Geon's still fighting this thing. So it's taking a bit out of him to try to stop it. I kind of feared that he might just one-shot it. Like, I guess if he was at that 100% power, then this wouldn't be an issue for him. Why? Is there a problem? Yeah, there's a bunch of innocent people in here. No. There are no problems. Okay, maybe I was wrong? This guy just willingly just gave in like that. Like, that's disappointing. That's actually really disappointing. So not a whole lot more really happened this chapter. We get that, you know, Young Wee, since he couldn't defeat the spider in the first place, is trying to basically cover up his loss since she got out and is destroying this market, and is going to bury everything within it and hope that the truth never sees the light of day. And he's willing to kill a bunch of innocent people to make that happen. Now, next chapter will probably be Geon beating the spider, getting out of there, along with the rest of the people. And I don't think Sung Ja would even be willing to let all that happen. So he's probably going to see this guy try to teleport out of there. Maybe even Geon will sense what's going to happen and stop it before it even happens. We see that one of the bishops, I guess, so one of the higher ranking officials comes in to basically tell them, hey, get out of there. You're the only two we really care about. And only because, you know, you're stronger pawns that Young Wee can use. And everybody else is just going to get fucked, I guess. So, good for them. Yeah, and that's pretty much it that happened. So, because the majority of this fight, well, this chapter was the fighting and the talk between this guy and Geon about how Geon was the one that, you know, beat up those two Templars, took their stuff, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So, really, all we learn about in this chapter, in my opinion, is that Young Wee is just a bigger piece of shit. But with that said, let me know what you all thought of these last two chapters, and I will see you all next time.